is a genius. Get your pens out, write, as Sarah said, and really turn on that higher self, right? Drop your higher self into your body and really listen from that future self in this moment so you can receive all the coaching she's about to share with you.
Love you. Hello. Okay, thank you for the introduction, Emily. I'm so pleased to be here with you guys. So first off, crypto. It's a term that you guys may or may not know. I want to see hands. Who here has heard about crypto? Amazing. Who here owns any crypto? Amazing. And keep your hands raised if you're excited about the future of your crypto investments. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So today, that is that's the energy that I love to bring to crypto. It really is a once in a lifetime opportunity of what we have here right now. Yes, there's risks that come with it. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do want to connect you and educate you so that you can feel more ready to take the risks and have your money work for you at this time. We're going to go through a whole bundle of things. We may get through it all, we may not, but pleased to be here with you guys. First off, freedom is something that I very much just embody with everything related to crypto. We're shifting into the future new paradigm of finance. Like crypto is very much part of that system, that world, and crypto's also been the thing that has gifted me a whole lot of freedom. My little story, as Emily said, I went from $25K to over $500,000 within 9 months. And I have spent the past 4 years since that really reverse engineering, like what is the science to this crypto investing? Because I've gotten gains that are crazy, and I'm not alone. Like this industry is filled with it, but I also like to demystify it and speak about crypto in a way that's not just like crypto bro in the charts all the time. There's different ways to do it that actually makes a lot more intuitive sense to humans. So I'm gonna drop in a few things for you guys today because investing is more about spotting patterns and aligning to the future. As we're here, I'd also just love to hear, if you want to shout out, like, are there any fears and concerns or questions that you guys have around crypto? Just like fears, like things that come up, if we have anything.
I feel like there's a lot of bad actors out there trying to kind of console you and lure you into having them financially take care of your assets.
Yes. Scams, a lot of crazy actors. It's the internet. Anything else? Yep, the volatility, which is a curse and a blessing, if you can see it as a blessing, because that's actually how we make a lot of money. Anything else?
Financial advisors don't.
They don't want to touch it.
Yeah, they just, if you talk to them, 401k guys, anything, all that's just very dismissive. You just don't know. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also, you can't really be a financial advisor in crypto because it's not a security. So that's a whole area that people are just like, we just don't want to touch. So yes, of course. And it quite honestly kind of takes a full-time job to be in the crypto space. Anything else?
I just worry about transferring it from place to place.
Cool. I like it. Good. Thanks.
So I just worry about, like, I want to learn better how to protect it in terms of like putting it into a hard wallet or a
Yes.
cold wallet, whatever. You know,
Yep.
I want to protect it so that way it's not, be more intelligent about being able to transfer it safely and protect it so it's not taken.
Amazing. Yep, all the technology. It's a different language. Love that you brought it up. Security is so important in crypto. But I find that that's actually something where it's like the confidence is built the more that we start to play into it. So I'm going to go through some topics today. Where are we going to go to next? Here's the topics. We'll see how far we get. 1, money is a freedom tool. 2, why crypto? What is crypto? 3, the investing opportunity. And lastly, the different coins type of game that you can start to mentally frame yourself with. At the end of this, I really want you to see that there's more pieces to the crypto opportunity and why now is really so powerful for you. So freedom is really meant for you, and I want you to see like money is a tool, money is a game. This is a fun space to play in. Once again, we get to have time work for us. So like if you guys were here yesterday, both Michelle and Mike were talking about money really as a tool. And Michelle had even brought up this part around growing, spending, and saving money. And so the same thing I like to break down with money is like we have our money that we earn, we have our money that goes out, and then we have the money that's left over. Today, the conversation is really about the part that is left over. Because you guys get to figure out what you want to do with that and where it goes. You can figure out what asset class to put in, how to save it, and so on and so forth. So crypto's this way to like figure out what to do with that money to have it grow in a faster rate. With that money that is left over, the options that you guys have. You guys can take a little inventory for your own self. Where is it today for you? So you can have it either in cash, real estate, stocks, gold, silver, crypto. These are just some examples. And I dropped in a few examples, numbers of what you can kind of expect on a year-to-year return. Granted, you guys know, the numbers, there's outliers always. But with cash, if you keep it in cash, you're losing to inflation, 3%. If you're keeping it in real estate, that can grow quite well, depending on region. Probably around 10% is what I was finding on the web. Stocks, people are really proud of a 10% return per year. Gold and silver, you got similar ranges. And then with crypto, in those bull market years, the positive years, which is the space that we are at right here, right now on Earth, you can expect somewhere around a 200 to 1,000% return, and maybe even give or take with that as well. Granted, it could also go to zero, but this is why I'm also here to help you guys build a plan so that you can mitigate your risk as well. So, emphasis. Crypto is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're going to unpack a little bit more of this. 2024, the time being right now, is a really important time and thing for you to be here at this time. I have a little chart for you guys in a little bit. But first, okay, so back in the 2000s, you guys know, I was in first grade at the time. So you guys may have a better little concept around these things. But back in the day around the internet, how did people feel about that? Were people kind of like mystical, skeptical, kind of like, what is this thing? Like it just feels like another language. Back then, people might have wondered, like, what is this thing? They wouldn't buy anything?
Not in the beginning, they wouldn't buy anything over the internet. We were on the internet in 1995 when they books, they would not buy it over the internet.
Exactly. Oh, amazing. So this is a perfect mirror and segment in because people fear things until it becomes mainstream adoption. And then they're like, oh, why did I not see this before? This is where we're at with crypto. So what if back then you would have been able to invest in the internet in some way, shape, or form? Like, wouldn't you be quite wealthy if you did? So it was the two gaps for that is like you might not have had the ability to invest in the internet, and the other thing is you may not have the education or the information with you to understand the opportunity that is before you. Fortunately, because you guys are here today, you have the information and you have the education, well, you have access to more information to realize like the bridge of like the internet revolutionized the world, crypto's also here to revolutionize the world in different ways, but we're collectively on an Earth level, like we're up leveling all the systems here on Earth. Like you guys can feel it, like think about all the corruption, all the problems going on, it's just like the world we live in, we've outgrown. Like we've innovated our technology and humans just have to catch up. So we're all collectively as humans right now in the period of building trust with trusting that crypto, the future of finance, is healthy to shift into this world. For a little visual for you guys, we have the users. So just think about it in this way. The crypto users, we're at 560 million users right now. The internet, 5 billion. Think about it. That's a 10x growth of users that we still have to get. And the users today that are still using crypto, like people aren't using it in a way that is like every single daily use. So the more use that you have, the more users you have, it becomes this exponential viral effect where it's like, oh, this stuff isn't going away. You can't lose crypto in the world. So all this to be said, you are early, you are ahead of the curve. And this is the number one thing that we want to do as investors, is we want to be ahead of the curve before people are talking about it, before it becomes mainstream mass adoption, because that's where the value is. So we're going to get into now the what is crypto, why is crypto. I'm going to give you guys some gauge works and some frameworks here. A little bit of technical shifting. So what is crypto? Crypto is a digital technology that is run by the blockchain. Blockchain, hands here, who's heard of the blockchain? Cool. The blockchain is like the infrastructure. I like to see it as the roadway system. And then on top of it, you have coins that exist. And so us as crypto investors, we're buying those coins that live on top of the blockchain. The blockchain just records all the information. So you need structures to support the actual mechanisms. This is the benefit, like the difference of the internet is that's just the technology. It was harder to buy something that was like the technology plus the coin. Crypto is the best of both worlds because you're like, I have the technology and now I have the coin to help make me money. Okay. And every crypto has different use cases and capabilities as well. We're gonna skip over that one. There's well over 40,000 different cryptos out there. They all have different use cases. And we're about to drop into some of the different sectors as well. So you guys can start to understand some of the frameworks of there's this big crypto world, but what does it do? It does everything. Before we do that, first off, I want to get a little into why crypto. And so some of the reasons why is, first off, I just spoke about the problems in the existing financial system. We have, right now, accountants and humans are the ones making decisions for the money, and we're even asking permission every single time we're swiping our card or making a transaction. The banks at any point can be like, nah, sorry, that feels a little sketch. We don't want to do this. And we're like, but that's my money. Don't I have the ability to make decisions with my money? So you can start to see there's a problem, disconnect of the world we live in today. Personally, I believe we're in a world where I can get Amazon within a night. I should be able to transfer my money much faster than physical goods. Next, we're also experiencing a level of power abuse and corruption. I don't think I really need to dive deeper into that, but all the political stuff is so up there. 2020 revealed a whole lot. Not to mention quantitative easing and printing dollars and the inflation that comes with that. Okay. Next, another why crypto is decentralization. So we have centralization, which is companies or government officials making the few are making the decisions for the many. Crypto is decentralized, which means the system is there. The power is actually in the people. The people are the reason that the system keeps running. That's personally where I see the new earth and the future conscious world is shifting, and we're shifting into alignment where systems are run by the people. The power is spread out. Another reason for crypto is, as Dallas was saying, with owning your own money. You get to build a system so that you actually own your own money. The bank does not. Crypto is also run by code. It's automatic. The trust is in code, not humans. And then, of course, it's also aligned to the New Earth values, which I personally really nerd out about and love. Okay, this one's going to be short and sweet, but when I was first getting started in crypto, one thing that felt really overwhelming for me is just it is a big world. People are throwing around all these different coins, and I didn't have a framework to be able to gauge it upon. And so, welcome to the world of crypto. It is big. There is everything there. You may have heard of NFTs. You may have heard of Dogecoin or Pepe, meme coins. They're crazy. You may have heard of Ethereum or Bitcoin. Those are examples of decentralized finance. I love the DeFi world personally. There's GameFi, there's real world assets, there's all these different sectors you see on the screen, and so much more that are being innovated every single day. So just realize, if you're in an industry right now, odds are that will end up being decentralized and on the blockchain in some way, shape, or form. Welcome to the world of crypto, the land of opportunity. So yes, the crypto world is big, and it's constantly evolving. But the reason I bring this up is because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by having to know all of those things, but instead realize that to be a wildly successful investor, you really only have to get one sector right, to really understand one part of it really, really well. So that way it can take a lot of the pressure off of yourself of constantly having to keep up. I find in the crypto space, there's so many people being there's charts and things are moving all the time. And I'm no. Create a plan that works for you and your lifestyle. And that way, crypto can actually like work for you lifestyle-wise, nervous system-wise, and everything else that comes with that. This is where I really emphasize the benefit of having like a really solid educational foundation so that you can navigate the space and be like, wow, this is a new world, but I understand the space in the way that I want to play within it. And I really love also just like having my like support, my squad in the space. So whether that's friends in the audience that you see of other investors as well, or I have a community as well that is just like, I want other people to feel familiar with speaking the language of the future. Yeah.
Can you recommend a good space to go to for like really good education, solid foundation,
I personally have a 5-week program. It's Crypto 101. We actually begin on July 16th. Yes, and I have a few other students in the room as well. Yeah, you can raise your hands. Yeah. So people have absolutely loved it, and it's just leaving them with that excitement as well. I break it down on also like an emotional level as an investor, because like the volatility, like it's one thing to get this stuff, and it's another thing to manage your own emotions. Thank you. Good question. Okay, so we're also at that point where like there's this mushroom effect that's happening in the market. Institutions are coming in, like big dollars are shifting into crypto, where it's like you want to be ahead of the curve before this blast off moment's really happening. In this next few months, we're going to see a lot of that happening. So investing is a big part of just like being ahead of the curve. We're going to fly through some of this stuff because we're getting to that point, but I really like to talk about like emphasizing like the simple way of doing crypto is more of training your brain to spot patterns. So like one of the patterns, obviously in investing you want to buy low, sell high, but to do that you have to project what patterns are about to come. This is what I want to show you guys. Okay, so timing in the market is super important, and I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that people actually make. They buy at the wrong times. Crypto is known to have a 4-year market cycle, which means that it goes from low to high within that range. You can see the blue marks. I just boxed it off to like give you little ranges of like examples of market cycles where price rose up and price went down. I also find a mistake that some people make is they see like the excitement come up and they never take profits. Part of being investors, you want to be rewarded for taking risk and taking profits when price is, of course, high, sell high. So I personally teach people to follow more of like the crypto market cycle and train their brain to be like, wow, I can understand all the data points of why this system is here and why the market cycle is the way it is. So want to drop that in, importance of buying at the right time. And we're personally at a time where like, yes, the price is here, but we would be like the equivalent of like right here from the last market cycle. So you can just see how much more growth there is to be had as well. Okay. Opportunity windows open. It won't be open for long. Okay, we're going to zoom through this, but you want to be ahead before the masses. And I want to talk about the cryptos, but we don't have time for that. So just realize that not all cryptos are created equal. Their returns are not the same as well. So like if you're trying to get financial freedom, like Bitcoin may not be the store of you for the next few years. There are other ones that come with other risk as well and reward. So I personally love finding high growth cryptos. I teach people to find that in some way, shape, or form. All this to be said, at the end of this, the simplified way, if you want to go deeper into crypto, you just have to nail 4 parts really, really well. And that is what you buy, when you sell, and your systems and security. Of course, there's like a whole bundle of little steps that live within this. But I want to simplify this because crypto can be simplified and it doesn't have to feel super, super, super overwhelming. Okay, so we're wrapping it up here. Education leads to empowerment, leads to excitement about your financial future. Woohoo! So to conclude all this, there's a whole bundle of information. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm going to be around here all day. Please come up to me. I freaking love talking about all this stuff. I can talk about it all day. But I have a 5-week group program. I've had 50 people go through it, leaving with just pure excitement, so many like beautiful testimonials and everything. I hold your hand through the process. It's a group environment. We begin on July 16th. So if that's something that strikes your fancy, my website is queenofmillions.com. I also have a community there. And I would also love to gift you on the theme of prosperity. If you want to buy this for the next 5 days and use the code prosperity, I will give you $100 off. Woo-hoo-hoo. So that is all I have for today. Crypto really is part of the future, so just take, I know it's a lot of information, just take it as it is for yourself of like, is this something that invokes more curiosity for myself? Do I want to learn more? And from that, you can build your money for yourself as well. So, thank you.